talk about global warming for scientific inquiry. Since Big Bang Theory, the world has gone through a lot of disasters. And currently, global warming is one of the most worrying issues that's been going through since a lot of years. Alright. Based on a 134-year record, we are in one of the most hottest year ever to be ever recorded. Alright? What is actually global warming is? Global warming is when carbon dioxide and the other pollutants including greenhouse gases absorb sunlight and solar radiation that have been bounced off the Earth's surface. Due to the presence of pollutants, the radiated heat is trapped and it causes the temperature to rise extremely. Other than that, human activities do also increase the cruciality of this issue. Scientists have discovered a lot about this issue. If both human activities and natural aspects are not controlled, environmental, economic and health consequences will get worse. We may experience extreme heat, drought and even water shortages, and also risk of wildfire around the world. Well, let us talk about what could happen in the future. We could not know how it would be, but we can assure that it will be very worse. Talking about probability, we could go on wearing radiation mask. There could be mutation at a cellular level, and we will not be able to harvest, as the soil or the earth will not be compatible to harvest. The population will decrease due to starvation and untreatable diseases. Referring to the advancement of technology we have been going through, we could even travel to the other planets as the Earth is no more habitable, and the main objective of this study is to find out the global warming and its present effects and also the future dangers it holds. We would also want to find out what people think and how they would react to this issue, and how do they even keep themselves updated of this issue and the effects of global warming. Thank you.
So I would like to talk about our research title. Our research title is Global Warming, Present Effects and Future Danger. This research is about current effect that global warming has on the earth and the possible effects it might bring in the future. Global climate change has already had documented environmental effects. Glaciers have shrunk. Ice is breaking up earlier on rivers and lakes. Ranges of plants and animals have increased, and trees are flowering earlier. Now I would like to talk about our research questions. First question would be, are the people aware of global warming and how do they react to it? Second, what are the sources of people to keep themselves updated on issues like global warming? Thirdly, what are the effects people are experiencing currently due to global warming? These questions will be answered in the end of this survey. So, to talk about the hypothesis, we have three hypotheses according to the research questions. The first one would be, many of the people are aware of global warming and changes in environment that occurs around them. Second would be, internet has become the main thing that people keep themselves updated issues like global warming. Thirdly would be, the main effect people facing due to global warming is climate change. According to my literature review, a conclusion I could draw out from it is a message that climate science delivers to the society is we have a global emergency. The mean surface temperature of the planet has risen since the late 19th century around 1.62 degrees Fahrenheit, a trend driven largely by rising carbon dioxide and other human-made environmental pollution. To address this issue, certain remedial steps need to be taken in a timely manner.
My part in this assignment was about significance of study. So the result of this study will actually play an important role in creating awareness about global warming. We did this research by collecting the information of percentage of people in our society who really has awareness about this issue. So, this research can actually determine the factors of how it will affect the future generations. This global warming issue is a major problem that our world is facing. If this problem becomes bigger, our future generations won't have enough resources to live their lives. Okay, next, global climate change has already documented in the environmental effects. The effects of global warming issues resulted for glaciers shrinking, breaking up earlier on the rivers, and increasing ranges of plants and animals and trees that are flowering earlier. Many research have found that the key components in this issue of global warming is because of the deforestation. Deforestation is a process where people cut down trees to use that space for something else. So this reduces the oxygen content in our air. So the main reason global warming has intensified is because of the accumulation of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere of Earth. And this is especially coming because of the fossil fuel burning emissions from like car, lorries, vans and so on. If this kind of human activity still proceeds in our society, it's very sure that our future generations won't have all the resources that we have now. It has made the construct a detailed report on the risks and awareness of global warming among people. So people will know more about global warming and they will take initiatives so that future generations will not be affected by global warming. Thank you.
Okay, let's talk about questionnaires. Okay, questionnaires has been distributed to the UTP students to collect their feedbacks. The questionnaire is only divided into one section, which is gather information on respondents' opinion on global warming, present effects and future danger. A total of 20 copies were distributed to the students. The target audience were UTP students. Our group members posted the Google form link on our WhatsApp group and social media using our own account. Sampling technique that was used to distribute is the purposive samples. The purposive samples are specially to those who appear knowledgeable and interested on this subject area. Our subject area is global warming. Okay, from this we can prevent scams and false information from the respondents. Okay, based on the questionnaires distributed, as mentioned just now, questionnaires that ask about opinions on global warming were distributed. Now, I'm going to show figure 7.2. Okay, the next question that has been asked to the respondent is true or false statement. We asked, global warming is caused only by nature factors. From these, 75% out of 20 respondents disagree. That means another 25% participants agree that global warming only happens by natural factors. Okay, the following question that has been asked to the respondents is about opinion on global mean temperature has risen, stayed the same or fallen since last decade. Okay, 90% of the respondents say it has been risen, followed by fallen with 5% of respondents, and then another 5% of respondents said maybe it could risen or it didn't change at all, and then 0%. The next question, we asked respondent about their opinion on human activity is contributing to the increase in global warming. 85% of them said yes, and then 10% of them said maybe, and another 5% said no. Okay, after that question, we asked
the respondents, what do you think about the condition of the environment in the future? From these, 75% of the respondents said it's gonna be worse, and then 20% are still unsure, and then another 5 more percent say that it's gonna be better. Okay, after that question, we asked, do you feel that all people around the world are equally responsible for the global climate repair? So surprisingly, 75% of them said yes, equally responsible, and then 5% of people said no, we are not responsible. Another 5% said wealthy, more responsible, and then another 15% they said maybe. So it's gonna be a yes or no. Okay. After that, we asked them, what do you think of the seriousness of global climate change? From here, 70% of the respondents underlooked, 10% of them said right away, 15% exaggerated, and then another 5 more percent they say maybe. Okay, after that we asked, where do they usually get information about the global warming? Okay, based on the figure 7.9, most of them get it from websites, which means from online, and then 35% of them are getting from newspaper, 15% of them getting from textbooks, 35% from TV shows, and only 25% from radio. So from here we know that internet is playing a big role for them to get informations. Okay, the next question that has been asked to the respondent is about opinion on fire incident in Amazon, Brazil in 2019. Since it was a general opinion, we cannot actually make it into a bar chart or pie chart, same as our first question. So we have created an Excel to collect information on this. Figure 7.10 shows on what people responded to the questionnaire. Okay, almost everyone said it is a negative event. So let's refer to the figure 7.10. Okay, someone said the end is near, it's caused by the depletion of ozone layer, very sad, stupid humans. So they're telling that human activities are main cause, and then it's heartbreaking, it happened because of natural disasters. Okay, that's all I get it from the survey. Thank you so much. Hi, my name is Raman Panniselvam. My matrix number is 18003101. Today I am going to talk about what are the effects of global warming. Firstly, I am going to talk about climate change. The world's most leading climate change believe that human activities are very likely the main cause of global warming. Secondly, hair loss. Hair loss, also known as alopecia or baldness, refers to the loss of a hair from a part of the head or body, at least to the head is involved. The severity of hair loss can from a small area to the entire body. Hair loss in some people cause psychological distress. Common type include male pattern hair loss, female pattern hair loss, and thinning of hair known as telogen infiltration. Furthermore, the heat wave. Heat wave is a period of hot weather that typically lasts 2 or more days. To be considered a heat wave, the temperature have to be outside or historical averages for the given area. Lastly, I am going to talk about flooding. Flooding are natural occurrence where an area or land that is normally abruptly becomes submerged in water. Flooding happens in many ways due to overflow the streams, river, lakes or oceans, or as a result excessive rain.